If you're looking to secure a mortgage and you're thinking of using a mortgage advisor, then in this video what I'm going to do is explain what journey you can expect to go on as a client and explain step by step on what is going to happen. If you haven't already, then please think about subscribing to the channel. Okay, so first up, the very first point that we're going to cover is the initial call. So when you're looking to secure a mortgage, you need to book a call with us. You can do this by following the link in the description below. Once you've booked this call, it'll take around 15 to 20 minutes to gather some really basic information, like what you're looking to do, where you've been before, if you've spoke to another broker or you've been to the bank direct yourself and you've had a decline, what's happened, what was the reason why that bank declined. At this point, we're then going to see how we can help you going forward. And it might be that we can't. At this point, we'll explain what it is you need to do and go away and change before you can come back and we can help you. However, most of the time we are able to help people. So we'll go through a few details on what you're looking to purchase or remortgage, why you was unable to do this previously, and how we can help you and differ from other mortgage advisors. Once we've established this, we'll book you in for a fact find. Now sometimes this can be done straight away at the end of this call, or occasionally you'll want to go away and gather some information yourself before coming back to us to complete the fact find. The information that you might want to get are things like the address of your employer, how long you've been there, what credit accounts you've got with different lenders and the outstanding balances. In order for us to help you, we need all of this information so we can complete an entire fact find. There's no point us completing half a fact find and going away to try and find your mortgage, because at the end of the day, we've only got half a story and it's only going to result in a decline when it comes to a lender and something else crops up. Okay, so we've got all of your information. We've got all of your documents in. We've got your 3 months pay slips, your bank statements, your ID, your proof of deposit. And we're now going to start looking over your documents. Now what we're looking for is to make sure that all the information we've gathered on the fact find matches up with what's on your bank statements. So if you've told us that you've got a credit card and you pay £25 per month payment on it, we're going to make sure that that is what is on your bank statements. And the reason is, if it isn't and it's different, an underwriter is going to pick it up and question, why is this different to what you've put on your application? So this, very quickly, by spending this time going through your documents, will help ensure that your application sticks with the lender the first time. The last thing we want to do is be putting applications in with lenders, getting declines, and then having to move lenders to get your mortgage application over the line. Okay, so now we've established that all of your documents are okay, everything matches up, and it is as you've said on your fact find. At this point, we'll then start looking at an affordability calculation. So we'll go away, compare your income and expenditure against hundreds of lenders to see how you fit and match with certain lenders. Now, at the same time as doing this, we're also thinking about the certain lenders that you may or may not fit with. Okay, so we've completed an affordability calculation and we've narrowed it down to the lenders that you fit on affordability. We'll then start looking at criteria. So what we'll look at is, what is it you're actually trying to do? Is there a reason you've come to a mortgage broker? Have you got a default? Have you got a CCJ? Are you looking to use your 1 year's accounts? Now, whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily mean that all of these things are going to fit with all of the lenders that you've passed affordability calculations with, which is why we'll start comparing your circumstances to a lender's criteria guide to make sure that you fit. So as we're doing this, we're running down a funnel and we're narrowing down the amount of lenders that are potential options for you. Once we've done this and narrowed it down to the lenders that are able to borrow you the money, we will then start looking at the rates. The key objective of doing this is to get you the very best rate that match your circumstances and objectives. So sometimes getting the best rate isn't always everybody's key objective. Sometimes they want to get a quick offer, in which case it might not be the best interest rate, but it will get them the offer and the mortgage through in a timely manner. Once we've carried out all of our research, we will then start to look at products. So we'll make a recommendation on a product based on your circumstances, but ultimately it is up to you to select the product that fits your needs. Now, once we've done this, we'll give you an ESIS document via email and we'll run through this either on telephone or video call to make sure that you understand everything that is contained within it. Once you're happy with this, it is then over to us to get you an agreement in principle. Now, this can often be done the same day. Once you've got an agreement in principle, if you are looking to buy a home, you are now in a position to go out and start looking for a property and start putting offers on properties that you like the look of. If you're already in a property and you're just looking to remortgage, then you're good to go to full application. Now, once we've put your full application in with the lender, Initially, a lender will always come back to us and give us an indication of what documents they're looking for based on the information we've provided on application, and also we will understand as a broker what their minimum packaging requirements are. So we will upload the information that is required from the documents that you've already provided us. This will then go into underwriting, and there's two ways that this gets done. Some lenders will instruct a valuation straight away as soon as the application is put in. Some lenders like to underwrite the case first before instructing a valuation. Now, getting that valuation done early doors sometimes results in getting a mortgage offer faster, which for some people is really important. However, some people, if there's fees up front with a product or a case, they like to get this done right at the end, once the case has been underwritten. I find that this is more important for people that have been declined elsewhere or used a broker and paid fees up front where they haven't been successful. So getting a lender to underwrite a case before they pay valuation fees can sometimes be a real sticking point for some people, but we can work with this. Okay, so we've submitted your mortgage application. While this is in underwriting, what we'll do is we'll sit down with you, have a look at what protection you have in place at the moment and what protection you need going forward. And by protection, what I mean is life insurance, critical illness and income protection. The three products that will ensure that you can stay in your home and your family can stay in the home should the worst happen. So income protection is a great way of replacing your income if you're unable to work. Critical illness cover is a great way of giving you or your family a lump sum of money if you become critically ill. And life insurance is a fantastic way of clearing a mortgage and other debts if you need to, if the worst is to happen and you are to pass. Now, these don't always need to be attached to a mortgage. So if you've got a partner that isn't on that mortgage application, it is a viable option to make sure that they get protection as well. Okay, so we've gone through the full application of insurance and protection. Now, depending on which product you take will depend on when this goes live. If you're taking a level term policy for life insurance, it's a great idea to put the policy live straight away, just in case anything happens between the application and completion stage. If you're going for a decreasing term product, then this will have to go live closer to exchange or completion of the mortgage. Again, income protection, this can go live immediately because it's really important that you protect that income. Now, believe it or not, there's lenders that will actually give a mortgage based on 100% of your income being from a protection policy. So if you are off sick from work and are only paid from an income protection policy, you actually can get a mortgage. So we've got your insurance on a back burner or we've put it live, depending on which option you've gone for. We will now pick up the mortgage application and get this through to offer. Once your mortgage is at offer, we will then refer you over to a solicitor who will do all of the conveyancing process. As your broker, we will take a back step at this point, but we are here to help you every step of the way through the conveyancing process because it can be a little bit difficult at times. So you've got yourself through the solicitor's process and you're now at the point of exchanging contracts and completing on the mortgage. If you took a decrease in term life assurance, then now is the time we need to make this policy live to ensure that you're sufficiently protected. Once the mortgage is completed, we don't just leave you to it, particularly if you've got bad credit. If you've gone down the route of securing a mortgage with bad credit, we will put you on a credit repair scheme where we'll regularly check in with you to see how you're going on with repairing that credit, making sure that you're keeping up to date with payments. And at any point, you're able to send us a copy of your credit reports for us to take a look and give you some advice on that. 6 months before your current mortgage comes to an end, we will be in touch to review that product for you to see if we can find you a more competitive rate and fix it should that be what you want to do. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you found the content within it useful. If you haven't already, then please think about subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.